Colin the Cockroach. Colin is a cockroach and lives with hundreds of other cockroaches in a small house in Hanoi. He has been living there all of his life, and this is his story. The problem with Colin is that he has no friends. All of the other cockroaches say that he is dirty, and this coming from a cockroach is a terrible insult. The only companion for Colin is his pet flea. They would go for walks around the sink, and Colin would tell the flea all of his deepest desires and secrets. One day, Colin got up early and had a bath in the downstairs toilet as usual. He brushed his teeth with a hair he found at the base of the toilet and then slicked back his hair with a droplet of urine. Colin felt hungry, so he scurried along to the kitchen and sniffed the air. I can smell something delicious, he thought to himself. Colin climbed up the cooker, and there was some leftover egg in the frying pan and a breadcrumb in the worktop. Colin collected them and carried them to the floor again. Next, he opened the dustbin and scampered inside. There were many disgusting things inside: rotten meat, mushy vegetables, and even a dead mouse. Colin felt like he was in heaven. He collected some old vegetable juice and tugged on the rotten meat. Grr, ah, ee, he yelled. Then finally a piece tore free. Colin collected all of his food together and took them back to his house to eat. He had only just set the table when the doorbell rang loudly. "Coming!" hollered Colin. At the door was his cousin Charlie. They had not seen each other for many years. Colin invited Charlie in for breakfast, and Charlie agreed eagerly. Charlie walked in and hung up his beret. "What a beautiful home! I love the decorations. And you have a pet flea! How charming!" Charlie said in admiration. Then he walked over and looked at the breakfast table. "Ew! What is that?" he said loudly. "I cannot eat that. It's disgusting." On the table was a lettuce leaf, and on top was a piece of meat, some egg, and a breadcrumb. He had even poured a small amount of tomato ketchup into a thimble. Colin looked at his cousin's face. It had changed to a green colour. "What's wrong?" Colin asked in a puzzled voice. Charlie looked at him and said, "You're disgusting. How could you eat such filthy food?" Charlie looked at Colin and said, "Now I see why you don't have any friends. I'm going to find some real cockroaches to share a meal with." Then Charlie left and slammed the door on his way out. Colin was shocked at the way Charlie had behaved. He looked at the meal prepared on his table and could see nothing wrong with his choice of food. He decided to follow his cousin and find out once and for all what the other cockroaches were eating for their breakfast. Colin left the house and crept silently along the skirting tiles on the trail of Charlie. Then, as he turned the corner, he saw him. He was sitting at a large table waiting for breakfast. One group of cockroaches were cooking the meal, and the other group were pouring a purple liquid into a bowl. "Ew, that smells awful," Colin thought. Then, to his horror, Colin saw what they were cooking. It was a flea. "Oh my!" screamed Colin. Then he ran quickly back to his home, and he never went near the other cockroaches ever again. The end. Thanks for listening. See you next time.